Hello, I'm Division Chief Norm Rick of the Fire Department. Today's fire prevention video is about cooking and stove safety in the home. We're also going to do a short demonstration about what to do in the event of a cooking fire. Thank you.
Hi everyone, thanks for joining us. I'm Firefighter Pat, this is Firefighter Mike, and we're here today to talk to you a little bit about cooking safety, specifically when you're using your stove. Step number one, whenever we use the stove, is making sure that we clear all combustible materials away from the stove. Want to make sure things like paper towels are far away, any kind of packaging from the food that you're cooking, oven mitts, really anything combustible. Mike, what else is important?
Well, when we're cooking, we want to make sure we stay alert. Make sure we're going to watch what we're cooking, keep an eye on everything, just to so we don't have any type of fire accident because we fall asleep or we're just not paying attention to what we're cooking. Pat, let's talk a little bit about handles on our pots and pans.
Yeah, we definitely want to make sure that these handles are facing in, right? I know that if we're cooking, we could accidentally bump into something like that. I have little ones at home actually, and it's really important that we don't have anything hanging off the stove, because even though they know they're not supposed to touch the stove, we don't want anything that they could potentially grab onto too. So it's big important that we always turn that in. The other thing that I think is important we talk about, Mike, is the inside of the stove, right?
That's right, the inside of the stove or the oven down here. We want to make sure that we don't store anything down here. This can be a major source of combustion. Sometimes people don't have enough cabinet space. They might leave things like Tupperware bowls or extra pots and pans, or the pizza box. Pizza box can be a source of fire, any plastic, so let's make sure that when you're storing stuff, you don't use the oven for a place to store things. Just for cooking purposes only.
Yeah, definitely important to never put anything combustible in the oven. We have had some pizza boxes that have resulted in fires in town, so it's something that we want to make sure everyone's really cognizant of. Thanks so much for joining us for our tips today. Make it a great day. Hi guys, Firefighter Pat again. I'm here with Firefighter Bill, and we're going to talk to you about what to do if you have a situation like this in your house. If you have a fire on your stove, the first thing you want to do is make sure you alert everyone else in the house to the fact that there's a fire. You also want to call 911 right away so that the fire department can get en route to your house to start helping you. Before we get there, if it's safe to do so, there's a few things that you can do to start putting this fire out. Firefighter Bill's going to demonstrate that. The first thing he's going to do is try to smother the fire. If we can cut off the oxygen of the fire, it's going to help to put it out. The other thing he's going to do is turn off the stove right away. If we can eliminate the heat source, that also will help to put the fire out. We'll be back in a minute with a few more tips how to handle a couple other types of fires you may encounter. Hi guys, we're back to talk about a couple other methods to put out this grease fire on the stove, aside from smothering it with the lid of the pan. There's a few things that we can put on a grease fire to extinguish it, such as baking soda, which you likely have readily accessible in your kitchen, or a kitchen-approved fire extinguisher, which is something you might want to consider having in your kitchen. There's also some things we never want to put on a grease fire, including water. Firefighter Mike and Firefighter Bill are going to help me to demonstrate the right and wrong way to handle this. First, Firefighter Mike's going to demonstrate the wrong way and what happens if you put water on a grease fire.
Whoa!
All right, Firefighter Mike. What you can see is that the water actually spread the grease and expanded the fire. Firefighter Bill's going to demonstrate the appropriate method with a kitchen-approved fire extinguisher. The best way to remember how to use a kitchen-approved fire extinguisher is with the acronym PASS. P-A-S-S. Pull the pin, aim the extinguisher, squeeze the nozzle across the fire. Thanks, Firefighter Bill. It was getting a little warm out here. And thank you for joining us. Stay safe and always practice fire safety.